Thanks for tuning in to the Old Dirty Basement. On this week's episode, we're covering two stories: the Stonehenge of Pennsylvania and Devil's Road.
Yeah, indeed. We make our way all the way from Bangor, PA, all the way down to Pennsbury Township, from again the Stonehenge of PA to the dirty DuPont den on Devil's Road.
Wow, I like what you did there.
That's a lot of D's.
Murder, mystery, mayhem, not in Stonehenge. And the weirdness of DuPont down there in Bangor.
Yeah. Well, not in Bangor.
I just met her.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, these were two little fun ones to cover, I guess. We're doing this weird PA, and we hope you guys are enjoying it. Speaking of which, if you're enjoying the podcast, leave that 5-star rating on Apple. Leave us a written review. Really help us out. And sit back, relax, and enjoy these two stories.
This is the Old Dirty Basement, home to debauchery, madness, murder, and mayhem. A terror-filled train ride deep into the depths of the Devil's Den.
With a little bit of humor,
History,
And copious consciousness.
I'm your announcer, Shallow Throat. Your hosts are Dave, Matt, and Zap. I love you, Matthew McConaughey. All right, all right, all right.
hey, this is Dave,
Matt,
And Zap.
and welcome to the Old Dirty Basement.
where every week we cover a true crime.
Murder,
Or compelling story.
So sit back.
relax.
And comprehend.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the Old Dirty Basement on this gorgeous fall afternoon. How's everybody doing today?
What's going on?
Delightful.
It's beautiful out. It's lovely out today.
Beautiful, yeah.
It's beautiful in
In the basement. Yes.
As well.
Yes, it
Always.
is.
It's quite cool.
How's everybody out there today in Radio Land?
Doing well, I hope.
You won't hear them answer.
Yeah, I know, but in my mind, they're doing, like Dave said, I think they're doing well. I think they're having a great day. I think, somebody's out buying like a nice pair of jeans at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
There's people, hanging out.
They're probably on their way to work, listening,
Yeah.
or, that's what I always envision. Or maybe walking with the earbuds in.
Mm-hmm. Or on their way home with like a smile on their face because they just did like a good 8 hours to the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I envision a huge hall full of people sitting on folding chairs, and there's a boombox
Up at the front.
just up at the front playing this podcast. That's it.
The Church of the ODB.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have like a donate. They have one person that goes around with the donation baskets at all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was actually at Cathedral, like you
I
said.
thought that was the trash can.
Great movie.
It is.
You brought up Cathedral the other day, and I took my kid the other day because we were trying different churches, right? So we're there in Cathedral, and they have like 4 or 5 collections.
Yeah.
During the mass.
Like they just did one, and I'm sitting there like looking for $1. Like, yeah, cool, $1. And
Wait
like,
a second. Wait, time. For the first collection, you threw in $1.
yeah,
Come on.
but there's a lot of dollars. Like
What's-
once you add that up,
What's for? So you're.
but I had a chicken wing and some change, man.
God damn it. You're probably throwing in a coupon for 10 cents off wax paper, too.
yeah.
But anyway, I made a donation.
$1.
Well, my kid was looking for more. He's like, Dad. He did say the same thing you just
Dude.
said.
Right.
He was embarrassed.
You're a grown ass man. You can't
it was
throw
embarrassing.
$1.
See, that's the thing.
It was embarrassing. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
the
sorry, church.
That's the thing uncomfortable for me. We donate online.
Yeah.
Like it's already done. So
Yep,
when
I
you're
do
in
the same.
church, I always feel like people are staring at you because you're not putting in the,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they're judging you, but
I
I'm
want to
like,
hold out a printout of the receipt. Like
Right.
every time, like, no. I gave it I gave it at the computer.
right. And that's what we do.
That'd
It's
be
just
nice.
automatic. You know what I mean?
Like bring your laptop in and be like, look, everyone, look.
Yep.
They should have a leaderboard up at the front of the,
Ooh.
you know what I mean? With
Wow, that was
donating.
nice.
Yeah.
It used to be all-
it
Go
would
ahead.
motivate people.
So as you're talking about the cathedral, recently at the cathedral, they are redoing the cathedral school.
The school, yep.
And I think the capital campaign was for like 6.6 mil, and they're at 4.7, 4.8 mil right now. But they do offer varying levels of donors. So think about like, your diamond donor.
Yes, you're at the top of the class.
Your
Yeah.
silver, your bronze, and then like your,
Broke.
aluminum foil.
Right.
So
The broke ass donors.
right. So I mean, they're the biggest names around here I know are certainly the top tier. like Carmen Fenestra. He's huge. I mean,
he gives to everybody though. Like every school got a Fenestra.
Fenestra Hall.
That's giving mad money.
I mean, that's Home Improvement money and Cosby Show money right there.
Yeah.
And let's see. Rocco
Hortensio.
Yeah, I mean, he paid for McDevitt's Field.
He makes hearts and money.
Yeah,
pretty much.
He sure does.
Yeah, they get premier parking, I'm sure, and
Sure.
they roll out the red carpet.
I think he drives like a Camry.
Oh, I mean, probably.
Like one time. I mean, not to call this out on it, but anyway, like you think some dude.
Not really. Wealthy people usually drive
like,
something inconspicuous.
Like a huge Mercedes or something, but I think it was like a Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
There's a good book about that, Dave. It's called The Millionaire Next Door.
Yes.
And it's the people that, look, man, you see some other dude driving a Toyota Camry. What do you know from Adam that guy might be sitting on millions?
Right.
He's just not, flashing it.
I think Buffett talks about how he drives like a 92 Mercedes or whatever that he's had forever. He's like, why buy a new one? I get it fixed. It runs well.
Right.
That's a smart business.
If you had an old car like that, you might not make it to our first location we're going to talk about today, though.
Oh, that's true. Our first location today, nice little segue, Dave. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So our first location today on our ongoing trip through weird Pennsylvania, we're going to make our way up to Northumberland County, Pennsylvania, sprawling more than 20 acres on the slope of Blue Mountain in Bangor, Pennsylvania, amidst hardwood forests, ponds, and dells, lies Columcille Megalith Park. This is no coin-op amusement park, and no one will be checking your height for riding the tilt-a-whirl. Columcille Megalith Park is home to more than 90 stone settings, stones as ancient as 3.6 billion years old and as large as automobiles. Attempting to mirror the likes of Stonehenge, the Karnak stones, or even the Markawasi stones, the stone settings at Columcille Megalith Park were placed over the course of 25 years between 1980 and 2005. The park as a whole was patterned with the Isle of Iona in mind. Located off of the coast of Scotland, the Isle of Iona has long been a place of pilgrimage and inspiration. Meant to be, simply, a peaceful place for meditation, reflection, and tranquility, Columcille Megalith Park also features a medieval chapel, a bell tower, a stone gate, and other outlying sites intended to provide a quiet retreat. So, what did you guys find strange or intriguing about this park?
I never heard of this before. I mean, PA is a decent sized state, but most of the stuff I've heard of, the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania, this, that, and the other, like there's little places that they're always saying, you got to go check this out.
Sure.
It's like a cool place. And I never knew there was like a Stonehenge type place in PA.
This to me, as soon as I looked into this a little bit, and it didn't take long, this is like roadside America of the forest.
Yes, it's an attraction.
Yeah.
I think if you're going through Bangor, there's really, I don't know, I can't put down the town. I don't know much about it, but it's one of those things like you're saying, like a roadside America, like something that, hey, we're going through Bangor on our way to Pittsburgh or wherever you're going. Let's stop at the Megalith Park.
So by Megalith, and so I guess to start by Columcille, while that is certainly how it's pronounced, it's basically a portmanteau of column and seal. You're just removing the N in between. So it's COLUMCILLE. Okay. I mean, I don't speak, what is it? The old
Cantonese.
Gaelic or?
That is Gaelic.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with a gay lick.
Is that a salt?
It's yes. That's
comes in salt form.
That's a prison assault.
I was reading a little bit on that. I guess the guy that created this was on a trip to Scotland, and he had a dream. He was inspired by a dream he had that he was laying down with these surrounded by these stones, and he decided to come back and I guess create this. But
I mean, it's cool. Like again, like you look at it, it's neat. Like this is certainly not something you see every day. It took these two guys 25 years to put this all together. Most of these stone settings, as they're called, again, they're set to mirror, just in anyone's mind, just think Stonehenge, right? Mm-hmm. So if you see these stones stacked on one another and they look like whatever they look like, I mean, this is no small task. I mean, this is a significant undertaking. Now, most of them were done using modern means, but if I read correctly, there were two that were put together using the old school, like the OG
like pyramid shit.
Yeah, like back when there were druids and like the pyramid stuff. Like
yeah,
where they dig the pit and they pull the stone over somehow, and they're able to like it goes in, and that's what makes it upright.
Mm-hmm.
You know, versus trying to like they just push it into the ground, and once it falls into the ground, that's how it makes it erect deep down in the hole.
Oh,
easy.
That's it. PG. Come on.
Low T. Versus using a crane
and
a rope just to pick the John up.
See, when like you said, I didn't really hear of this before at all. So just searching around on the internet, looking at YouTube and things like that, I was like, okay, let's see what's weird about this place. And I think I was talking to Dave earlier and saying, like, you're looking at something that happened there. Or is there anything, any kind of ghost stories or anything? No, it's just a place where people go to chill out and like just take in nature. I think it's like a really, really nice walk. Like you said, they have like a little chapel there. I think you can have like get married there or whatever, have a wedding or a reception.
Yep.
Not sure, but
it's just weird Pennsylvania. It's just like, that's why I was in the book, I guess, because it's just like a weird, odd place. But
it's for damn sure a place you show up. And it is weird to the extent that who the hell built this? Why is this here?
This guy that had nothing to do and some money.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it was just like a passion of his. He was over there and saw that and was like, "Oh, I'll do something cool." They got in PA and
something cool. Like, hey, see that mound of dirt there? You know, it would look really cool if we put some rocks in it. Put some
stones up.
Guy be like, you know what, man? That sounds cool.
I can dig what you're saying. And look, man, different strokes for different folks. And it's cool to the extent that shit, man, I don't have one of those.
Mm-hmm. I would like to go there just to take a walk around and say I've been there.
I don't have 20 acres with stones hanging out on it looking neat. Now, we were talking about did anything like weird or like a haunting or anything like that occur here? No. I mean, it's again, this place is finished less than 20 years old, but
I did, like I said, something weird or fun was during October coming. I think they have a Sam Hain festival there that I saw on YouTube. So if you look up this park.
Was that a Danzig band?
Yeah. Sam Hain.
Yeah. Is that what it is or no?
No, Sam Hain wasn't. They weren't performing there live.
Okay.
I thought that was one dude, like Jethro Tull.
Sam Hain.
That's a joke. Jethro Tull is not one dude.
It's a whole band.
It is a whole band. No, but so people go to this place, right? And there are the people that want to believe so badly that like they'll convince themselves, like especially in that chapel, that what is it, St. Columbia or somebody Columbia Chapel, that's built again. This place is completed less than 20 years old. They started in 80, finished in 05.
You talking about the stone place?
The stone place.
Oh shit!
It's not even old.
No, I thought it was in the 60s.
Yeah, so like that's the part I'm getting at. That people will go to this and like they want to believe so badly. So
like the aliens put it there, or something.
Right. Somebody will go to the chapel thing and they'll think, "Wow, man, there had to have been like sacrifices done here, or something
happened. Yeah,
something weird."
Or they come out of there with like stigmata.
Right.
Like, man, is that Padre Pio? No, that's just Jeff.
No.
Speaking of which, talking about that, when thinking about the pyramids and stuff, and this is not much to this story, so off on a little bit of a tangent with this, but what are your thoughts on like the pyramids? Thinking about that, like that obviously was built however long ago, but like there's theories that there was like an advanced civilization that was before us.
No, that's slave labor and mathematicians.
There is a technology. I firmly believe that there is a technology that was either hidden on purpose or was lost.
Like that pole shift shit or something. We were maybe advanced.
So it is okay. So the first one, it is quite interesting that there were pyramids in Egypt, and yet there are also pyramids in South America.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I call Mexico, by the way.
Right.
So, why?
Right.
Like why? How is it remotely possible that two completely different people from across the opposite sides of the globe are both building pyramids?
Mm-hmm.
Is that just
wait? What pyramids in Mexico?
What
pyramids?
The Azteca.
The Aztec, but they were more like they weren't quite pyramids. I mean, they were stone steps built up, but they weren't like the pyramid. Like they weren't made of like the stone, right?
Yeah. They're made of the stone.
Oh, I thought they were like mud.
Was that movie that Mel Gibson made? Was that down in there?
I don't know.
Aztec Apocalypto or whatever.
I think so.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No,
I don't know if I was dealing with
that is a strong point, but you don't think
like, dude, I'll go even further.
You don't think time and 200,000 people made to do whatever you asked them to.
Oh, I get that. But why did they build? So again,
you're saying the pyramid structure within itself. Why were they built?
The shape. We'll just make it real simple. The shape. Why are there pyramidically shaped buildings, the same shape, opposite sides of the world that were built around the same time?
And so precise.
Not boxy. No, sir. Instead, pyramidal. Why?
Walls go like this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
But it's just,
I think it's more like a mathematics type thing.
Yeah.
Than an alien. I mean, maybe there are. I do believe there's something out there. Alien life form.
How did
probably.
they come to the same conclusion of having the same math?
See, the multiverse. Well, math is math.
Is it?
It is. There's no math around. Math is global. Math is math.
Math is certainly universal.
Yes.
But we're talking, I'm saying, like, you just consider current technology and how that technology has advanced, right? And by technology, I'm talking simple machines and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. How is it remotely possible that at the same time, a few thousand years ago, they both came up with the same shit at the same time?
And it's not like you were traveling back and forth.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Opposite
So you don't think it's
sides of the
anything like the multiverse? Like nobody, like as this side was coming this way and this side, they didn't cross paths.
This
for a
has
minute?
nothing to do with the multiverse. I firmly believe
There has to be some sort of multiverse. That's
Aliens.
what Stephen Hawking says.
Aliens.
it's aliens.
Yeah.
It's aliens.
Point being is just like,
I agree
this
to
thing-
disagree with you.
This thing, this thing here is so new. You know what I'm saying? But something like that got me thinking, like,
Yeah.
there's structures that have been around for, millions of years or however long.
Dude, don't sleep on that show, Ancient Aliens, by the
No,
way.
I love that show.
I get it.
That
I get
show
it.
is
I like
great.
that stoner guy. That guy gets real.
oh,
I always see memes of him. and stuff.
Columbus is some crazy ass Greek last name with his hair is just wild
Yes.
as hell.
Did you hear that story real quick? I know you're into football and stuff, and I know you guys are doing the football leagues and everything right now, but they had Aaron Rodgers on a show, and he was speaking about how he saw those aliens or whatever,
Oh, yeah,
right?
he's out there. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were like,
Or is he?
no, they were just saying like, no, I think he was just really high.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, man, we were out on the front porch, and there's these little things like bouncing around in the sky, and
He was probably on some like
yeah,
DMT
he was on some good shit.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, those are great stories and stuff, but it has really nothing to do with the megalith.
Yeah, so back to the
Of
megalith.
some guys getting bored and being like, I liked what I saw in Scotland.
Right.
Let me throw some stones up. Let's be cool.
I'm just most impressed with us that we've done 2 stories now.
Tell us how you really feel, Dave. Thank you.
No,
Thank
because we've done a story now with Haycock,
Yeah.
did not say a word about it, and Banger, and didn't say a joke about it.
See,
So we've matured.
Yeah, we're
That's right.
maturing here.
Absolutely.
So
But
good,
wait,
how we've
good-
grown.
Good job, fellas.
but now wait, I did say erect earlier.
You did, and I laughed.
Yes.
Yeah, that
So,
was a little bit of a hey now, but that
you know,
was
I
we're still children.
I
at heart.
reverted a little bit back to, but getting there.
I like what you did there. You remixed the remix and it's back to normal.
That's right.
So really, like reading about this, or 2.5, maybe 3 paragraphs, depending how you're grading it.
Depending.
Would you guys go to the megalith park?
I'd like to check it out.
I would absolutely go.
So would I.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool place.
Yep.
I don't know about weird Pennsylvania, probably like mildly cool Pennsylvania.
Yep.
But yeah, it was nice to read about.
I think it's the aspect of weirdness to this is what would possess somebody to spend 25 years to do this. I mean, and this isn't like a big, huge for-profit motive.
Right. It's
Like all of this whole place was built with donations.
interesting.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if he had money to back that.
He did locals. Hey man, I got 20 acres and I want to build a stone.
That's cool.
Stonehenge, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
basically. Like, do you want to invest?
He had to go to like the county commissioner and getting church donation. The 5th collection for today will be for Stonehenge.
Can't believe you gave $1.
Yeah.
That's after you give on the computer. That's
What do you
that's
say?
what you do. That's the token.
Isn't this Biden economics? Aren't you? Or
Bidenomics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks,
Times
Joe
is tough,
Biden.
man.
Yeah,
A gallon of milk's $8.
I know.
I had to buy eggs.
Hey man, look,
Kids is hungry.
you voted for him.
Once I learned.
We are milking this story. I think we should head south.
Yeah.
And speaking of heading south,
The devil.
the devil. So heading south
Lucifer.
in weird Pennsylvania, near the southernmost part of Chester County in Pennsbury Township, Pennsylvania, lies Cossert Road. Known locally as Devil's Road, this single-lane street boasts an eerie landscape and a rumored past. Running east to west between Kennett Pike, State Route 52, and South Creek Road, which is State Route 100, Cossert Road stretches for only a few miles, and despite plenty of housing and development occurring in its vicinity, this creepy course remains full of mystery and misinformation. So where did it all begin, and why?
Yeah, it's funny that you said about the couple of the names of the road there. I was watching something on YouTube again because they must do like some weird PA type things, and but it was also called Babyface Road or Baby Tree Road is what a lot of kids called it.
Where this Cossert Road.
Babyface. He's an entertainer.
Yeah, he is. He sings
Babyface.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is.
He
He discovered Bieber, right?
Yeah.
Bieber.
He didn't have to work after that.
No, pretty much. He was set up. So living here in central Pennsylvania, a lot of us go to Jersey beaches or Maryland beaches or Delaware. So back in the day, I remember, and we still go, but I remember getting lost with my grandparents, my grandmother, my mom's mom, driving down to Ocean City. So there's a Route 1 that goes down along the coast in Delaware. When you go down through Lancaster County and the Gap, and then I think it's Route 41 you jump on, and then you go down, you cross Route 1. So they were probably looking at like paper maps or directions and saw Route 1. Oh, we're here already.
Right.
Jumped on Route 1 and we ended up in Philly.
Correct.
And we're like, wait a minute.
It ain't no fun when you cross Route 1.
Yeah.
No, this is way before. This is back in the 80s, way before GPS and all that. It was paper maps.
Shoot, that's before trip ticks and everything
and
too.
handwritten directions and stuff. But
And that's just after they started to let women drive.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been
1980.
Yeah, it would have been like 1980. But I'll never forget that, getting lost, and I'm like, we're driving, and my mom was like, I think that's like Philly up there.
Yeah.
We were like, where are we going? Like way out of the way. But that's down around this area. When you're going to the beach, this Route 1, you jump off of that and you're right in this area.
Like what you're saying is it must go like this, because like into Delaware, into PA, into whatever the little route is, goes in and out.
Route 1 you talking about?
No, where this Cossart Road.
Cossart Road. It's a small road, yeah.
Yeah, but it goes in and out of, it goes in Delaware, Philly.
I don't think it does. I think
doesn't.
it's all contained in PA, but it's real close.
It is between, to the west, State Route 52, and to the east, State Route 100. So even more east, only slightly further, I'm sorry, not east, west, even slightly further west than Route 52 is Kennett Square.
Yes.
So now heading west from Kennett Square, you go Kennett Square, then Route 52, jump on this road, and then you're at Route 100. This road might be a couple miles long at best.
Yeah, it's not a very long road, but they were showing something on a map, and it's like has like a thing in through and then it just stays in Pennsylvania, then like in and out of Delaware. No,
I don't think so. But I also was thinking, like, I'm glad we didn't end up on this road. That would be a good horror movie. They should do a horror movie back in the 80s with this, you know what I mean? Or maybe they did do a movie there.
Maybe they did. Who's to say?
out.
I wonder if we'll find out.
Yeah.
So anyway, where did this all begin and why? Well, a portion of Devil's Road showcases a line of trees on the side of the road where the hillside continues downward. The trees have an unmistakable bend to them, leaning noticeably away from the road, as if they're scared to be growing near it. Directly across from the road from the tilting trees lies the uphill portion of the hillside. Atop this hill stands an old abandoned stone mansion with a guardhouse on an estate once owned by the DuPont family. All sorts of terrorizing tales and raucous rumors have since blossomed around this house of horrors. Let's discuss, shall we?
Is that where that fox catcher, the wrestling?
Yes, that's what it is. It's about the DuPont, the gentleman there who's actually, I got some stories about him. We'll get to that like later.
The Foxcatcher.
Yeah.
Ooh, do tell.
Did you ever see that movie?
No.
Oh, for real?
No.
About the wrestler and the DuPont. Was that the same family?
Yes, that's the same family. He was a multi-billionaire. The dude was like really strange, really weird. He got into he was a stamp collector. He actually had one of the rarest stamps in the world. It sold for $9.5 million.
Oh.
That he sold in jail, and he like the profits were split between like some Russian wrestler. The guy was like super out there. He was like really into horses. He was thrown from his horse at a young age and lost his nuts. So they had to castrate him. Mm-hmm. So he was very androgynous, like growing up,
like David Bowie.
Yes, yes, but not as cool.
No,
Bowie's pretty cool.
Nobody is.
But Little China Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I do love that track.
That is a great track.
Oh my God, man. WMMR was playing their back to school marathon. 2 weeks of a great majority of their catalog.
Just you shut your mouth.
A to Z. So good.
Nice.
But going back,
weeks.
going back to 2 weeks. Go ahead, guys.
No, we're done.
No.
Oh, but going back to the DuPont family, there was a rumor with those trees in Bending. They had it was said that they had an inbred child because the head of the DuPont family thought that inbreeding would save their money.
Yeah. So from what I read, that same thing, and that indeed that was the DuPont's desire and their means to keep the money in the family, the wealth within the family.
Exactly. So somewhere along that road, they had this tree where they took the inbred child, they stuffed it in a tree, and then they covered it with cement. So they filled this tree hole with cement, and they said that tree was along this line of bent trees for 20, 30 years until they finally cut it down by the Turnpike Commission or whatever. So that's where this baby face road or baby tree road
shit came from. But what about the wrestling part?
Yeah. What's the wrestling got to do with this?
Oh, Fox.
Was that house there? Like on that
That's
road?
where the mansion is. Yes.
But is that where all that wrestling shit went down?
Yeah. Well, he actually shot the one wrestler. Did you guys read any of that stuff? Did you know about that?
Well, I saw the movie and I remember that it was based on, but I didn't know. I'm sure that DuPont's probably owned numerous properties, so I didn't know if that actually all went down on.
But he was the one that
property.
he got the whole, that was on the DuPont property right there. So that's what I'm saying. There's a whole bunch of weird shit with this road, the DuPont family, that house.
Dude, I'll take that one a step further.
With money brings problems.
So you can go on any county within Pennsylvania, any decent county who gives a shit. They have GIS property mapping stuff where you could just click on properties and you can see who owns what. So the most significant landholder along this road is the Haskell family, which accounts for hundreds of acres. But more importantly, however, are the other two very significant landowners, both of which have mailing addresses in the Channel Islands. So it's on this land owned by the Channel Island concerns where the leaning trees and the old DuPont house, that cult house, stands. Now, the Channel Islands are located right off the coast of Normandy in France. France is the origins of the DuPont family. Now, the grounds on those. So, yeah, that's the DuPont John.
So the Haskells, you said, were the ones that owned most of those $1 million homes down that row.
So there's no $1 million homes on that road.
okay.
Cosset Road.
But near there, however, fun fact, is actually Cossert Manor Drive, which is not far from Cossert Road at all. That road boasts houses with sale prices no less than $1 million.
When I looked up on realtor.com just to kind of see the area, it's all like super wealthy.
Correct.
Like the houses are, that's suburban Philly, I guess you would say, right?
Yep. But that Cossert Road is desolate.
Like nothing out there.
So nothing in the millions. There is a property, and then there's this old abandoned John in the trees that you can't even see,
Right.
Because it's so you don't even know.
You don't even know.
You can't even see it because of the overgrowth and shit. But yeah, surrounding this Cossert Road is just this huge circle of expensive houses.
It's almost like they don't want to build there, or could they not build there?
The landowners, the Haskells, the Haskell family owns the majority on both sides of the road.
I wonder if that's Eddie Haskell.
That's what I was thinking
from
about.
Leave It to
Right.
Beaver.
Yeah.
But these other places with their mailing addresses are the Channel Islands. That's crazy to me. I mean, again, that's DuPont through and through.
Right.
That they're owning this land. They're living over in France. I mean, that's mind blowing.
I forget what's DuPont make? Is it plastics or something? Or
Teflon and Kevlar.
So that two of countless thousands products.
they make a lot.
I mean, so yeah, DuPont is chemical through and through. They were making like everything.
That's that documentary I watched. There was like a documentary about them. I think it was a DuPont, and they had a factory, and it was their wastewater was seeping into the.
But when you have money, you don't worry about things like that. You
Yeah.
just make more money.
Thanks, China.
Yeah, I think that was the one of their factories, but they make. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah, the Teflon was
and all that
DuPont,
stuff.
and Kevlar was one of their biggest ones as of recently.
A buddy at work, my buddy Ken, was telling me he has a friend that lives in Delaware, and when he was at his house, and they went from his house down to Bethany Beach in Delaware, and he said all on the way it's all DuPont this, DuPont that. So they must be. I mean, they're in this area, which is like miles from Delaware, but I guess their maybe headquarters and a lot of their stuff is in Delaware.
Dude, it's not just DuPont. There are a the vast majority of incorporated businesses in the United States of America
Go to Delaware.
they incorporate in Delaware because
of taxes.
Because of taxes.
Yeah, I know people go there to buy cars. 'Cause you don't-
taxes.
you know-
Tax free.
Yeah. But then you got to pay taxes here.
You
anyhow,
buy
right?
you buy your diamonds. You can buy your diamonds there, which is nice.
Oh, for what about the car stuff? If you go buy a $30,000 car there, you don't pay the sales tax there, but you got to pay it here, right? Or
I
no?
believe so. Yeah.
So
As soon as you get that thing registered here, you would have to pay. I'm pretty sure you would have to pay a sales tax.
okay,
But not to buy it there, right? You would be able to purchase it there when you bring it back. I mean, you'd have to pay the insurance and everything else, but I don't know how that works, right? I don't know how it
I'm no
works.
scientist.
We
There's
need to
some,
call a car salesman.
Pennsylvania's. There's some kind of something somewhere.
Pennsylvania wants money.
They're going to
for
catch
everything.
you. They're absolutely going to catch you.
they're gonna get you. Yeah,
But you said about how abandoned that road and stuff is. I guess it's so desolate. Like a lot of like kids hang out there just to go camping or, and there's a lot of stuff spray painted on the roads. Like, don't enter, haunted 666.
well, they took the signs down. I think a lot of them. Right? Yeah,
What's said about the roads and stuff like that, or what the road signs or?
I don't know. Will we get into any of that? Or
We can if you want.
no, yeah, I don't.
I mean, like not for nothing. So there were stories. Again, this is whisper down the lane stuff, right? We talked about, or we had talked, I think, before we started recording, that pretend you got a big brother and you're just a little kid, and he wants to scare the shit out of you. Well, he's going to take you there and say, "Oh yeah, it's so dark along here," because there's no street lights,
Right.
So it's so dark. Oh man, and up there's a haunted house, and oh look at those trees, aren't they creepy? So that little kid is then going to tell his other friends, like, "Hey man, yeah, this house is haunted. Like they do Satan stuff there."
And then they add shit. To
And it just keeps going. And yeah, man, I watched. Oh, I saw it. They killed a naked lady there. So
Right.
it just goes and goes and goes. There were a number of people who've driven on that road like late night, who have in fact confirmed and corroborated that if you stick around or you're driving around or you're messing around like at night, that road is under surveillance by dudes from a guardhouse, like that old abandoned house.
Yeah.
That old abandoned house has that guardhouse, and people hang out there, like people who are making sure that nobody's fucking with the property.
Right.
So there are dudes in red trucks, pickup trucks, that will drive up and down that road, no
Patrolling
lights,
it.
just patrolling or waiting for somebody to, come up with flashlights or come up with their own car lights, and they will chase you.
Yeah, I heard they're faceless too. You can't see
I can't say that they're faceless, but they do drive red trucks. They do exist.
This is what I
cannot deny that
Confirm
fact.
or
I
deny.
can neither
that.
confirm nor deny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Ooh.
Now here's a great fun fact. The Johnston Gang,
Oh yeah.
which
Remember
we
them?
covered in one of our true crime podcasts and were showcased in the movie At Close Range, which we also covered,
Wow.
have a history with this road. So the Johnston Gang, if you all remember, at one point led 4 members of the Kitty Gang out to a field to dig their own graves and ultimately, murder them.
I remember that. Yeah.
That field is located right adjacent to, like right off of this road, right off of Cossert Road.
That's spooky.
Yeah, man.
After that happened and came out in the news is when a lot of these rumors and stuff started. That kind of like lit fire to it, and all of a sudden it just like it became. That's when all the people started going there to try to see something. And
Sure.
here you can see ghosts. And
Yep.
if you go turn off your lights, you'll see orbs and that type shit. You know what I mean?
I am still curious as to why these French concerns own land in who gives a shitville, Pennsylvania.
Something buried there, maybe, or
Something like why?
Cheap.
I guess.
you wonder.
They were into inbreeding, which Pennsylvanians really wouldn't, they wouldn't get too mad about that
No,
because they
man.
have the Amish.
Amish love it.
And no, I think just the weirdness of the DuPont family and all that's going on, and the Foxcatcher thing, like you said, the murder that was there, the inbreeding. Inbreeding's never a thing that's like super cool. So people are like, it just had a spooky feel to it.
Yeah, I would think if you're holding on to land, it's for, maybe you're hiding something. Who knows? I mean, that's how conspiracy theories start. You know what
Could
I mean?
be. So it also could be land speculation. Maybe
Yeah.
they just bought the dirt and they've been sitting on it for decades, and eventually they'll sell it and have it developed into those
$1 million homes.
$1 million homes.
Because I got to imagine that
Their car doors only go like this. They don't go like this.
They go like that.
Maybe like you were saying too, maybe there was something there that they thought like minerals or something in that land in PA that they thought would be worth something.
Maybe there's a fire under it.
Maybe.
Cool.
They built,
Coal mine.
Oh no, that's Centralia.
what if they
in a
built
coal
in Centralia, the DuPont family Centralia house?
Maybe that's where they're from.
Maybe it's carved out of coal.
What is the DuPont network? Like who? Because I know the guy from Foxcatcher was the one that had all the wealth.
Steve Carell.
Yes, who played?
Yeah, that's who. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I vaguely remember that. I remember liking the movie. I saw it once, and wasn't the wrestler the guy from Magic Mike?
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. He was the wrestler in it, I think.
Was Channing Tatum a wrestler?
In this movie, yeah.
Oh, all right.
And Carell's like, come on, Channing Tatum, let's wrestle.
Yeah, and he's like, he wants to wrestle. It was kind of like that kind of shit going on.
Yeah,
and it kind of
strange.
It was a cool movie. Like I enjoyed it. I just didn't know any of that backstory with that. They did the movie, but there was actually a documentary on Netflix, I believe, about all that.
Is where the wife was like taking you around? Was that the one? Because it's all abandoned now, like they said.
Yeah, it was a whole compound.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's the same place, Matt. I kind of feel like that was a different. I think that would have came up in some of this.
Yeah.
Some of this research, that would have been a huge deal.
Yeah.
I do know, and I don't know. I don't want to step on. I didn't see it in the notes. They filmed the movie The Village there.
I don't know if they had filmed the whole movie,
but portions of it.
I know that for damn sure that road was filmed for The Village.
Yes, they used that as
creepy ass road.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about those bendy trees,
right?
Doing the bendy thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you think just in your mind, right? So everybody just close their eyes, and as you're driving down the road, to your right, the hillside goes up. To your left, the hillside goes down. These trees that we'd mentioned are on your left. So between, maybe erosion or, just funky road builds or whatever, or maybe if they dug into the ground and they chopped off some of the roots, maybe that would explain why the trees are, all tilty. I don't know. You could, P.S. fun fact, you can also make trees do whatever you want.
Trimming them.
From the gate. Like if you plant a tree, right, and you take a rope at the top of it and you make basically the tree, grow sideways, and you tie it to another tree, that tree is going to grow sideways. Right. Promise you.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe it was done on purpose from the gate.
I mean, we have a tree on my property here out front that, because of the angle and because this is such a wind tunnel in my neighborhood, it actually grew with a slight bend to it.
Yep.
It's got Peroni's disease.
I was going to say, Peroni's disease.
Haunted.
Peroni trees.
Looking up the Satan's Hill and Foxcatcher Farm, the whole mansion and stuff has been demolished.
Yeah, okay. Unless it does not take place not far from here.
Not far from
so
here.
It was like in the area.
Yeah.
Did you read anything there about how some of the rumors started about the cult stuff because of the windows, the way they're inverted crosses and all that?
Was it the windows or the walls?
The upside, the windows. The
Little
windows,
Wayne, or what's that guy?
The windows resemble upside down crosses.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, inverted crosses or whatever. I think the current owner had them changed or something like that, because just to deter people from thinking something was going on.
Satanville.
Yeah.
Population, Matt.
But like you guys said, I mean, it's just they call it legend tripping. Like there's so many different stories evolving from somebody's story, and one catches because it sounds good, and then that story grows to the next three people that hear it, and it just goes on and on and on.
I saw some YouTube videos like people driving down the road at night, like taking video, and this one video.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Well, they were like, they said they got chased. And they said but a lot of times they said it's like other teenagers or other people screwing with them. Like, we'll chase them.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to make their own Blair Witch.
Yeah, they don't got anything to do that night. So they're hanging around drinking. They're like, you see that car? Let's run after it. And it's funny. Right. And then they tell all their friends, and the other people in the car saying that it was haunted and people were chasing them. And
I'm sure you can get your mind to believe anything.
That's
if
right.
you go there psyched up, like you're going to, we're going to see something. This
hopped
place
up on goofballs.
Yeah, it is weird PA, though. It's all part of how weird.
You ain't got to lie.
Yeah.
It
is a weird place.
I wouldn't want to live there.
No.
I'd drive through there, though.
I would definitely drive through. It's only a couple miles.
Yeah.
Proximity to Philly. It's like 25 miles northeast of this area. So
yep.
It's probably similar like us in Lancaster.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That sounds about right.
I'm sure that's all the people that live out there.
If I'm just using Kennett Square as
is that wealthy too, Kennett?
So Kennett Square is the mushroom capital.
That you drive through that to go to? No, I'm thinking of or what's it called?
You're close.
Avondale, or
do they have a little caves there? Kennett Square, or
Kennett Square, Chocolate Rain. Kennett Square has it is the mushroom capital, I think, of Pennsylvania, if not the United States. What else? Kennett Square is right by Longwood Gardens,
which I heard is very beautiful coming up in the fall.
So Longwood Gardens, which was also a DuPont, John.
Right.
That was a DuPont donation.
Longwood up to no good.
Yeah.
Let's see, Longwood. Oh, Longwood Gardens also got robbed by the Johnston gang.
Yeah, there they are.
Believe that.
Better.
I don't know if you go through Kennett Square. Then I'm thinking that there's a little town there with mushrooms. It's called like Avon. Is it Avondale or Avon something? When you go down to the beach, you go through that area because, like, I know we were just down there in Delaware.
Well, Avondale's in Delaware, isn't it?
No, this is in PA before you would get on Route 7 to go down to Delaware. But I remember going through.
I don't go to the beach.
These areas.
You guys use a lot of routes.
I
put directions on my phone,
like the Californians. Yeah. But,
you got to take 83 to 72 down to 1. You go through the light into.
What are you doing here? But
how did you get here so fast?
With all the traffic. You ever see that skit? No. Californians. It's pretty hilarious.
It's funny because my wife's her brother lives in California, and that's how they're always about. People always go into like the fastest way to get places.
It's all about
like you said, because of traffic. Nobody takes the highway, so it's all like back roads.
Yeah.
But they always say like street names. They're like, I took Tor Road to get to Jefferson down to April. You got to go past the mini mart though. It's on the left, but then you go past there and it's like 2 blocks down and to your right, but then you got to go left.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Crazy.
It's a good skit.
Interesting.
But this is also south of Westchester University and Westchester. So I'm sure they get a lot of like college kids that come down there. Hey, let's go screw off.
I did not know that. That's where my oldest daughter went to school.
Yes.
I did not hear about this story at Westchester.
Yeah, that's what I wonder in proximity.
She was busy studying.
Yes, true.
Readying herself for a career.
I'm going to have to ask her that question. That's cool. I would have stopped and saw it there.
You would just think it would be like something like college kids would do, around that age, or high school kids for
probably more high school.
Yeah.
Going up there to play Heinies and Foo-Foos.
Yeah.
Is that a card game?
Yeah. Press your luck.
How about all the mutilated animal corpses they would find along there?
Is that true, or is that trappers? Is that local farmers? Is that just kids shooting BB guns?
I believe it's a chupacabra.
Trapper John.
Who was a doctor.
Old Trapper beef jerky. Yeah. Are we big enough for that yet on our podcast?
Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
I think Nutley Nick reached out to Old Wisconsin to see if they'll
Old Wisconsin beef jerky,
like meat sticks or whatever.
Okay.
But
meat sticks.
So tell us more about these dead critters.
No, there was just like legends of that, stories of that, like finding dead animals laying along but it could have been like teenage kids out there like fucking around. Like, let's kill this cat and leave it here or whatever. Just to kind of make the legend even more whatever. That's the thing with all this.
Bunch of Dahmers running around out there.
Yeah.
Kill some cats.
Damn shame what they did to that dog.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like when legend like this grows, people just compound it by doing shit to kind of trick you into thinking that, oh, this is real. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let's stage this here and then create like a whole big story. That's why it's so hard to tell what's real, what's not.
Did you see My Friend Dahmer yet, Sap? The movie?
No, I only saw the Netflix series.
There's a movie, My Friend Dahmer, but they show like when he's around, like he's out fishing with his buddies.
Yeah, he's beating the fish.
He's like out fishing. They catch a fish. He's like, here, get that off the hook, Dahmer. So he like takes it and he starts like punching it and stuff. The guy's like, dude, what are you doing, man? He's like, throw it back. He's like, oh, you killed it, Dahmer. What's up? He's like, sorry, guys.
I don't know if it's true, but I saw a thing where there's a season 2 of that coming back, Dahmer. But I don't know what it would be about because it ended.
Maybe his brief jail time. I don't know.
But it ended like
with him dying.
Yeah. So like, they covered everything.
Yeah. I don't know.
What are they gonna do? A prequel?
Maybe like an origin story.
But they kind of did that.
They already did that.
Oh well.
But yeah, this one was pretty cool. I mean, like I said, this is all
weird places in PA.
Yeah, I mean,
we need to get a little weirder.
Yeah, we're getting there. Look, you gotta take you gotta take the super excited ones with the pedestrian ones.
Right, well, no, it was cool places to look at, cool places to visit. Strange. The DuPont people are very odd. The Megalith Park is cool.
I actually was talking to David Afly from the Tsunami, does our theme music and stuff. And because I called him to talk about that Evil Dead, because I had that little story at the end just to confirm. And I was telling him about like he listens to the podcast, but I guess he's a couple behind. And I said, we're doing these like strange PA. He's like, that's like a brilliant idea. And I bounced it off him because he's about our age. I think he's a year younger. And I said, do you know of anything around our area here that like, you know, is strange or weird or like supposedly haunted? And he came up with some ideas, and he was telling me a couple things I totally forgot about, like experience. I actually had one experience with him at like a haunted house. I think, Matt, it was probably the same place you were at. And he was like, that'd be a good idea for an episode where, I don't know how many stories you guys have about things that happened.
We had the one with Tool that Zach brought up a while back.
Well, that one, like that kind of story, just like weird occurrences or things that happened to you, or where you thought maybe they could have been something, you know, or you know, I have a couple, like maybe 2 or 3 experiences that I had, and I always thought that was cool. But there's supposedly a place in Fishing Creek Valley that was like an old cemetery, and there's a couple other stories. But yeah,
actually,
cool.
the Fly, you can tell him I have on a vintage
Dead 50s.
Dead
Yeah,
50s
he wasn't in Dead
t-shirt.
50s though.
He wasn't. All right, then never mind then.
No, that was not him. He was in Aliens and Strangers. Yes.
Ah, I remember that band.
Well, he knows you from Decibels.
Decibels,
yeah. Yeah, because I brought your name up, and I said he was in, you know, Screwface, and was there another band?
Nope.
But I said all playing over there, so he remembers that. But yeah, at any rate, we don't have anything totally like this around here, but I'm sure we can come up with something to talk about.
Well, hell, at the rate these things go, we could make up our own.
Right, yeah, that's it. You can
Wait
just say
20
shit.
years, and all of a sudden it's been like that for 200 years.
Yeah, the legend of Nyes Road.
That's right.
Weird PA, like the Rutherford VFW.
There's a lot of weirdness going on there.
There you go.
Yeah, Grayson Road, Walmart.
Grayson Road, Walmart.
A lot of haunted stuff.
Well, hey, thanks
on that note.
Thanks for joining us on our road trip around 2 locations of weirdness in Pennsylvania at Columcille Megalith Park and on Devil's Road, and the Cult House on Devil's Road in Pennsbury Township, Pennsylvania.
Township.
Bangor.
Bangor and Pennsbury Township.
So I found out Bangor was a place in Wales, and that's where they got the name.
So it was Walish.
Yeah,
Colonials.
And I'm assuming that's where the name for
Maine.
the one in Maine came from too. The same thing with Portland.
Yeah.
They did that on the East and West Coast. But
that does not explain how 2 completely different cultures created and came up with pyramids. Does not explain it.
If anybody knows any inside information on that. You know who actually made the pyramids was the Transformers. I think it was
I've seen
Optimus
that.
Prime.
Yeah, Optimus Prime was the one. He created them.
I've also seen that one of the X-Men did that.
Oh,
one of the
which
bad
one? I'm trying to think now.
Apocalypse.
Oh, now.
I'm trying to think, but nothing happens. Speaking of which, we have a vintage cinema review coming up next week. Do we have any idea? Yeah.
No, I don't want to drop that tease.
Okay. We're not going to tease it then.
Are you holding on to that?
I'm not holding on to it. Lightning could strike. Who's to say? I don't want to leave them leave them
hanging.
All right. Well,
maybe they could. Yeah.
We won't reveal it.
You're gonna blue air them.
Yes.
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Cool.
But at any rate, we'll be back next week with a vintage cinema review of some kind, and after that, who knows? We'll see what we come back with.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster ride here.
I have a story that I'd like to do, and I don't know if we want to break up this weird Pennsylvania.
No,
but
what?
But this one could be like a long episode, maybe 2. It's called the Piggy Farm. I don't know if you guys heard about that one.
I think you've told us about it.
Yeah,
I just read it.
A guy at work told me, he's like, you should do that. I said, I've heard of it. I've actually heard another podcast about a year or 2 ago about it. It's a wild story.
No, I read an article just recently. It was about an Italian mob member. I guess his wife was seen in a picture with some other guy, and she ended up missing. And I guess they were looking for her for years, but it turned out she was fed to pigs.
Piggies.
Yeah, they took her to a pig farm.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
Gone.
Well, this is something along those lines, but it's a wild story.
Was that Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels also with the pig farm?
Snatch.
Oh, they're both good movies.
Bricktop explained it. A pig will go through blah, blah, blah in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Also,
now you got to shave the hair. Otherwise, it screws up the pig's digestive
system. Yeah.
Right. Also in Hannibal.
Pig farm mentioned.
There was a thing in there, but
there you go.
Is this anywhere near what you're discussing, or is this?
It is. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it was in Canada, but
Canada.
it's a wild one.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. I don't know if we want to break this up at all or finish out the PA, but
we should definitely at least finish up this goddamn one.
Yeah. I'm just trying to edge, man. I'm trying to melt. But yeah,
time to close it up down there, guys.
Yeah.
it up.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Our savior.
I couldn't take any more.
Yeah, I can't. This is way too much.
Megalith something park and Scary Road.
Yeah, look, I love diverting as much as the next guy, but Jesus Christ.
I think we did good. We did well.
It is.
We did well,
It
as
is
the
what
kids
it
say
is.
these days.
Yeah. This is one of those ones you get off track. People like it.
We gave it our A for effort.
A forever, yeah.
Okay. That's fine. No, I
No, get it. It's like
there's only so much strange. There's only so much strangeness.
Oh, absolutely.
especially in PA. I mean, we're a good wholesome state,
but we're sticking with it. God damn it, we got a lot more strange PA to come.
Oh my god, yeah.
No, but I'm saying if you want to throw like a little mix in, and then we get back to the strange PA, if we do like piggy,
sure, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, the piggy farm. I just that one was brought up to me. I was like, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we'll throw that in as we're staying with the weird PA, but we're just giving them a little something extra.
It'll be a lot.
Oh, you mean this would be like a double feature?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It'd be two, but it's just a lot. But at any rate, we'll be back.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll let you know.
I guess that's it for now. So we'll catch you where?
On the flip side.
If we don't see you sooner, we'll see you later.
Peace. God damn it. Thanks for hanging out in the old dirty basement. If you dig our theme music like we do, check out the Tsunami Experiment. Find them on Facebook. Their music is available streaming on Spotify and Apple, and where great music is available.
You can find us at Old Dirty Basement on Facebook and Instagram, and at Old Dirty Basement Podcast on TikTok.
Peace.
We outie 5000.